Welcome to another episode of the Go Flush Yourself podcast with Jared Kirk and Matt Milbauer. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Go Flush Yourself podcast. This is Matt, as always, with my co-host Jared. Jared, how's it going?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
Man, doing good. Like hunting season is here. Like we can legally shoot game birds right now. I
Yeah,
mean, granted, it's just doves and I guess forest grouse, but still.
yeah. It's getting there.
Yeah, have you been out at all? I think you've been dove hunting, haven't you?
I went once. I went not opening, but I went like one of the 2 days, 2 or 3 days afterwards. Tried a new
Yeah.
spot that did not pan out well for me. And then Bones ended up getting something stuck in his foot. Um,
Oh, you said
I think,
something about that to me. Yeah, what happened?
yeah, I think he got cheatgrass again.
Oh
Um,
shit.
But I was able to get it out, but because it was in his foot and it was had like kind of an open wound, I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna take him out when
Yeah.
he's got an open sore. So I haven't really gone since then. I hadn't the dove hunting I've done in the past without a dog is all like jump shooting doves,
Hmm.
um, which I felt pretty good at without a dog. I had a pretty good system set up. Does not work super well with a dog. At least the way Bones hunts, which is in front of me. So,
Yeah.
um, like he's supposed to. Uh, doesn't work super well. There was a couple times where I had some doves where I was like, all right, I got some doves, and Bones was about 20, 30 yards ahead of me. And the dog or the bird saw the dog before they saw me and flared like super long range. So I was like, all right, well, that's not going to work. So I got to figure out a different system. But forest grouse season is open now, and I
Yep.
might go out next week for forest grouse.
It opened on is it the 15th? So like
The
earlier this
15th.
week,
Yeah, 15th.
15th of September. And we're recording this. What is today? 18th or so?
Yeah, it's 18th.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very cool. So the first weekend of forest grouse is this weekend because it opened on a Monday this
Yeah,
year, right? Yeah. Okay.
I'm working this weekend, but hoping to get out maybe during the week. Might wake
Cool.
up super early and go drive a couple hours and go see if I can get into some birds before I gotta pick my kids up at school again.
Very nice. Yeah, and for listeners, maybe haven't we talked about this a little bit in the past, but if you haven't heard, like for us to get to a forest where there's forest grouse, in Washington, the forest grouse encompasses what, three species? Blue spruce and rough?
Duskies. Yeah, yeah.
Duskies. Okay.
No, rough.
Um, and so for us it's a couple hour drive at least to get
I think
to
I could probably get to some in about 2 hours.
yeah, yeah.
So
I on the back end of your experience with cheatgrass with bones. I had Bridget out last weekend and just had Bridget. I didn't bring Sophie. Just keeping it simple, but I got home and there was cheatgrass seeds all over, and I was like, it took me hours. I went through like every centimeter of hair, like fur on her, making sure there was none in there. So
yeah,
paranoid, which in the past I really haven't been. Like I knew it's a possibility, but I've never
right.
really had it happen. But I'm just like, no, like every day I'm like checking her, like, is there anything going on? So far so good, knock on wood. But
I
um,
think the cheatgrass is basically done doing its horribleness that it does, I think.
it's getting
Um,
close, if not done. Yeah,
yeah, I think it's done where it buries itself into dogs and causes thousands of dollars of damage, I'm hoping. Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's just the seed, and not just it's the seeds, right? So the seeds come off on the dog if they run through
Yeah.
it, and yeah. So yeah, hopefully we're past that. It's one of those things. Just August or summer into early September, I think, is just one of those hazards with bird dogs, as there are some of those out there. Yeah, I went dove hunting. I haven't been with a dog since I don't know. I was probably a teenager, just because I just brought my lab with me, back then.
Hmm.
Um, but I put some decoys out. Had a tree with a mojo dove up top, and then what are those called? I forget. There's a name for them, but the ones with just like the spade on top, the black and white
Oh,
spade, and these
the flickers.
flickers. Yeah, I had a handful of those out. and then some just regular dove decoys kind of out and around on the tree and stuff. So I had a nice little spread for probably the biggest spread I've ever had for doves. Um,
Yeah.
and it was drawn them in. I was camoed kind of back in some sagebrush and yeah, for those of you not familiar with like Western dove hunting, I mean, there's probably people out there that hunt over like sunflower fields and stuff, like you might back east. You think of like a, I don't know, Virginia dove hunt or Southern dove hunt or something. But out here, it's just like, it's kind of pass shooting slash decoying. It's more like a goose or duck hunt, I guess.
Yeah. It's not
If you're decoying.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I took 7 shots and missed 7 birds, so that was not it was humbling.
Yeah.
But they were flying in, so like I did everything right. I was sitting down in my bucket, and I wonder. I almost always. I don't think I've ever just sat in the bucket and shot. It was hot too opening day. It was like
Yeah.
95, and I usually stand up. I'm standing most of the time. The bucket's kind of just there, like I'm not.
Yeah.
Just more storage. It's not really a seat, but I was sitting there drinking water, and towards the end of the night, that was in the evening. I was sitting there and I kind of mounted my gun. It was my 20 gauge CZ that I shot for a couple seasons now, and looked down and I could tell the angle was off. Like I usually just mount it standing up and I can see
Hmm.
right down the rib, and it's a great sight picture and it's flat, and I shoot well with it. And
Yeah.
when I sat there, and then as I sat there I stood up and I watched the sight plane shift. So it
Oh,
looks like I was shooting over every single dove I shot pretty
makes sense.
substantially. At least that's what I'm telling myself. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
me. It's some other circumstance.
Sure. No, and yeah, it's coming from, because I was down in Arizona for a couple years and I hunted doves
Yeah.
then. And then coming back to Washington to hunt doves, I don't say I don't want to do it anymore, but like it's not the same. Like I've
Or I'm sure.
experienced really, really good dove hunting,
Yeah.
and it's hard to go from like really, really good dove hunting to, I think I saw maybe trying to think how many I saw. And I probably hunted for, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. And I think I saw maybe 20 birds total. And that was, and
Yeah.
like, I'm talking birds that were like way out
That
birds
was
too.
probably about me too on opening day.
Yeah. And, coming from, Arizona, well, you'll shoot a limit before 10. Um, yeah, sometimes it's just, I'm like, I don't know if I want to, it's fun to get out with a shotgun though. So I'll still probably continue to go, but my seriousness level of how hard I hit dove hunting is gone down significantly.
Yeah, mine just has over the years just because I don't know. I guess when I was younger, it was like, it's hunting season. I can shoot doves. I'm going out. But now it's
Yeah.
just like, I did it. And I usually get a handful of them, if anything, and kind of call it
Yeah.
good for the season. This time I went to a spot I've been to a lot, and the opener this year was on Labor Day. And the spot I'm going to, it is in Washington, it's called an HMU, or Habitat Management Unit. But it's also used like it's public land, like it's open to anyone recreating for any reason, right?
Yeah,
But you
fishing,
could
whatever.
drive on anywhere on it and shoot anywhere on it, right? The shotgun. So there's people like driving around looking for fishing spots. There's people driving around, other dove hunters driving around like through your spread.
Yeah, road hunting
There's
doves.
road hunting doves. There's just people just out there to be like, I don't even know if people are doing. There's people trying to like launch their boat, just to go out and do some like skiing or whatever they're doing, just out on their boat, like on Labor Day, on the river.
Yeah.
And there are some guys not too far from me, and they had like a predator call, like a coyote call, right? Like one of the electronic speaker ones.
Uh-huh.
And they were just nonstop running through all the different sounds. Like there was like eagle, dying rabbit, like coyote
Oh,
howl,
so
like
they're coyote hunting.
no, they were shooting doves. They had shotguns, and I went kind of looked at them because they're about 200 yards away from me, and I kind of like walked in a little bit and looked at them, and kind of waved like, "Hey, I'm over
Yeah.
here," kind of thing. And they both waved at me, and they had the speaker going, and they were blasting at doves as they flew by with their shotguns, like pump shotguns. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're
That's
just
weird.
new. Like, I'm not trying to knock someone for new and not know what to do, and just like we can use this to hunt with, and I'm gonna hunt doves. Um,
Yeah. No, I
you know,
again, I
but
mean,
I was just like, okay.
yeah. I will say I heard it. I don't know if you meant to say it, but you said pump guns. I feel in a manner that was I feel like I knew where you're going with it. And as a fellow pump gun shooter, I don't know, a little offended.
I was literally describing the guns I saw them have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No offense meant, but in retrospect, it's
Uh-huh.
kind of funny.
Yeah. I heard it. I heard it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. No, but they did seem new to the hunting game, and maybe that what I should have done is walk down and talk to him and like, hey, what's up? And give him some tips or something. I don't know. They were having fun, it looked like. Doves were flying by and they were blasting at them. I'm not sure if they were hitting them or not, but it sounds like they're having a good time. So I guess that's something.
Yeah, sometimes dove hunting is just blowing the rust out of your gun sometimes. Getting,
100%. I
you
did
know.
that.
So I mean I think the season ends what, the end of October?
Yeah, Halloween's the last day, I believe, or 30th. I can't remember. End of
Yeah, I think
October.
so I mean I'll probably go out if I see doves flying during the rest of the season, when they're in season, I will absolutely shoot at doves. Um,
Oh, 100%.
but I think that was one of the issues is the place I went to or this year was a place I found last year, and I did really well last year.
Hmm.
Um, they're shooting doves, but it was like I think the last week of October is when I was shooting doves there, and I think that they're not using it as much during the season or during like the early season. It's more of like a late season spot. So I mean, I'll still probably hit that
Oh,
spot up again for late season, but I mean, I'll probably
interesting.
use it like typically use dove hunting is for scouting for new places and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably what I'll end up doing. But
I will say the whole time I was deafening, I could hear the valley quail calling to each other the whole time. So
yeah,
like all around me, and then I could hear pheasants cackling the whole time too. So that was cool. Like that's always promising.
yeah, and I know the spot you're at. So and
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've shot quail and all sorts of stuff there. So
Yep, same. So yeah, that's kind of a it's one of those spots you don't think you ever go to first, but it's always kind of like, hey, let's check it out. And
yeah, it's
sometimes
a
it
good
rewards you.
yeah, it's a good spot to keep in your back of your mind, kind of thing when you're
Yes.
it's a quick hunt. It's not super long.
It could be
Um,
long if you want it to be.
that's true.
But yeah, usually it's not. Usually it's a quick
Yeah,
like, let's check this out. Let's see if anything's down here.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But how was I know you got out for youth season with one of your family members. How was that?
Yo, it was great. Yeah. So youth season in Washington for upland birds um was last weekend. So it just run Saturday, Sunday. And my nephew, last year we got out, he wanted to go out last year. I think he was 12 or 13, and he wanted to get out on some birds and try it out. And so I took him and his dad, my brother-in-law out, and we kind of tromped around some spots. It was later in the season. I didn't want to walk him into the ground, like the first time out. Like that's not
Yeah,
a
you
fun
want to have fun.
experience.
Yeah,
And especially when there's not as many birds. But we did flush some last year we flushed a couple pheasants. They weren't shootable. They were like band trees, like those classic late season smart roosters.
yep,
And I shot a quail in front of him, which I think kind of got him energized. I couldn't take him last year on youth season because he was sick. And
gotcha.
so this year got out for youth season, just him and I, and we went to a spot where the state planned some roosters, which they'll do for like youth hunt and some other times of the year on certain locations. And we got out there, and I'm thinking the whole time we're going there, I'm thinking, man, this place is gonna be packed. Like we need to get there early. And so I got him out of bed real early, like went and picked him up. Like I even told him like we're going early. Like if you want to go later, I respect it. You let me know, but our best chance is to go early. He's like, well, let's go early. So I picked him up to get in there, and as we're driving to the parking lot, like we can't see the parking lot, we're kind of getting close, and I'm like, how many cars do you think are there? He goes, I think four, and I'm like, I think eight, and I think we're both probably under.
Right.
And we pulled up, and we were the only ones there. There was no one else there. Now I haven't been to youth hunt in a while. I think about last year with my other nephew, my brother, but that was like later. It was like the second day, and I when I was a kid, which I guess was some time ago, like youth hunt was packed.
Yeah.
especially at those spots where they release roosters.
Yep.
Youth hunt was just nuts, and we were the only ones there on arguably one of the most popular places to go to youth hunt, one of the most accessible, well-known places.
Yeah.
And birds are known to be planted there for youth hunt like every year
Yeah.
for decades now. And I'm like, well, okay, I just brought Bridget, and like let's go hunt. And so we went out into the field, and um, as we were walking out there, we could just hear pheasants cackling all over the place. And we're like, all right, sweet. Like, okay, this is getting the juices flowing.
Yeah, that's a
And
cool feeling.
Bridget hasn't been out this season really, so she's pumped up. She now knows what's going on. And we get into the field and nothing's really flush. And then all of a sudden I see two roosters just flying, like past shooting roosters, like two of them just booking it at about 50 yards away. And I'm like, hey, there's two roosters, and boom, he's shooting. He has a 20 gauge pump, like Maverick pump, right?
Uh-huh.
And he shoots
Heard
at
it
them.
again.
They obviously don't fall.
Uh-huh.
And he shot twice. Like he pumped. Like all right, he's good. Like he knows how to operate the gun. Like I was a little worried. Like is he gonna remember to pump? Like when you're a kid, like those are all. It's not muscle memory yet.
Right.
But he didn't. All right, he pumped and shot again. And I'm like, all right, cool, cool, cool. And then immediately Bridget flushed a rooster, and then it was just flush, like nonstop, just flushing roosters left and right. And they were all the planted ones, like it's just, but they're holding really tight, right?
Right.
And he was missing, and I could tell he was not getting, maybe not frustrated, but maybe a little discouraged, but
Yeah.
still like hungry, like I want to get a bird.
Yeah.
Like today, like I want to get one today. I could tell. Like I was really dreading the point if we got to it where I was going to be like, "Hey, it's time to go."
Right.
Like I didn't want to get to that point. And it was going to get hot, so I knew we're eventually going to run out of water for the dog, even though I
Yep.
brought a ton. And it's just we're gonna have to call wraps at some point.
Yeah.
So we're pushing and pushing, and the mosquitoes were insane, just nuts. And I'm like, like it was bad. Like we're just for a little, I was just swatting, like waving my hat, right? Just trying. I have bug bites all over me still. And this was, 5 days ago. And I'm walking and I see this other hunter kind of coming in from the parking lot area. And it's another like looks like a guy and his son, right? And he gives me a wave. We're hundreds of yards away, and I gave him a wave, just a casual, like, hey, kind of thing. And
Right.
my phone rings, and my brother's calling me. I'm like, oh man. So I answer it. And he goes, hey, do you want some bug spray? And I go, what? What do you mean? I'm thinking, yes. And why are you like, what? And I'm like, are you are you hunting? And he goes, he has his son. He's like, yeah, the guy just waved at you. Come over here and get some bug spray. So it was my brother and my other nephew. So we hiked over there and he sprayed us both down, and then the bugs are no longer a problem. We kind of game plan with them a little bit. Um, we took the boys, and they're roughly the same age, and had them do kind of an old fashioned, like we heard some pheasants out kind of in a field. It was like a big rectangular grass field, and we
Mhm.
kind of formed a line and showed them like a classic pheasant hunt. My brother had his two labs, so three flushers running in front of him, and they flushed a bird. And my nephew, the one I brought, uh, he missed it, but it was a weird like the pheasant flushed high in the air behind him to his right, and he's right-handed, so
Uh-huh.
that was tough.
Yeah.
So we kind of break away from them, and we saw a few times roosters just running on the road because these are pen raised ones, and he sees one running down a gravel road, and he's like, "There's one. All right, let's get on him. The dog's gonna get on him, so stay up there."
Yeah.
He does, and it ran and ran and never flushed. Like it just was not gonna fly. He's like, man. And so we're walking back, and I notice I'm getting close to out of water for the dog. Like I only have a little bit left, and she's hot, and it's getting up to 80 degrees. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he's probably flushed a dozen birds at this point, and nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, he shot at him, right? And I kind of told him, like, well, I think we need to start heading back to the truck. And he's kind of like, yeah, I understand. Like the dog's getting hot. Like she's, her tongue's out a mile. And Like
Yeah.
it's getting hot out. We just can't stay out much longer. 'Cause I understand. I'm like, hey, you got a lot of shots today. You were getting better. Oh, there was one that he winged, and we thought went kind of went down, and we got up on it, and I'm thinking it's running, and we got up there, and Bridget started tracking it for a ways, and then she tracked it down another road, and we saw it again, but then it ran to like a big blackberry thicket, and I'm like, oh, that's if
Yeah.
I had Sophie, maybe, but we
Right.
don't have Sophie, and so there's some close calls, and then we're walking, and this Bridget's just walking, and if you know Bridget, this never happens. It's like Bones, right? Like she is so tired. She's walking next to me, like tail down, head down,
Oh yeah,
tongue
she's
out,
done.
like she's done,
Yeah.
right? And we're walking on the dirt road, and all of a sudden she just wakes up, runs to her left into some brush, and a giant rooster flies up. Like huge bouncing tail feathers, like classic, right?
Right.
And I'm like, Rooster, and he turns and shoots and misses. Shoots, pumps 3 times at it and misses. I'm like,
Right.
oh, that was our chance. We're heading back to the truck. I'm like, that's
Right.
okay. That's a good. You're on it. It's all good. You got 3 shots off. Like, hey, I'm like, oh shit. And we're getting closer and closer to the truck. And Bridget does it again. She gets untired, runs into some some cover
Yeah.
off the road and flushes up a pheasant. And I see this bird and it's tiny, and I go, hen, hen, no. And he shoots at it and missed it. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't shoot that hen.
Right.
And then 4 more birds get up, all tiny again.
Uh-huh.
And he has 2 more shots, and he shoots 2 more times. On the second shot, drops one, and I'm yelling, hen, hen, no, no, no. And the bird drops. And he's been awesome the whole time. Super safe. In
Right.
fact, there's times he didn't shoot. I'm like, I ask him, like, hey, well, why didn't you shoot? I'm just curious. He's like, well, the dog was kind of there, and I didn't feel safe. And I'm like, that is top tier, awesome behavior, like perfect, like
Yeah.
and he's been awesome listening the whole time. And I'm like, why did he shoot? And I'm like, did you hear me yelling hen? He's like, you were yelling? And I'm like, he was just so like, I want to get that
Yeah.
bird, I think, that he
Yeah.
didn't hear me. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me go look at this bird. And Bridget's already picking it up and bringing it back.
Yeah.
It's a rooster, a very young rooster, little like 6, 8 inch, definitely rooster tail feathers, red around the eyes. I see the coloring
Right.
coming in, a little green in the head, just a young one, right?
Yeah.
And if anyone follows me on Facebook, I posted a picture, I think today, about with him with his rooster. He was so proud and happy. He was screaming and jumping. He got a bird, and it's like the smallest rooster I've ever seen in my life. But he was so happy. And to make a long
All
story
matters,
short, we
man.
got back to his house, and his parents weren't there. I think his dad was working. His mom was somewhere else. And he's like, "Well, show me how to clean it. I want to." My dad just showed me how to use a smoker. I want to smoke this, and I want to eat it. He's all excited.
That's cool.
So I show him how to clean it and stuff, and he's like, "Can I keep the tail feathers?" And I really didn't even think about it because
Yeah.
like they were they were nothing
Yeah.
to me. To
Right.
him, it was like the biggest
But the
trophy in the
trophies.
world. He's like, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll pluck out all the feathers you want. And I'm like, here you
Yeah.
go. He's like, I'm saving these, and
Yeah.
he's like, I got the shot shells still. I'm gonna put them in the shot shell. I'm like,
Yep.
that's perfect.
That's what
And
I
we
do
got it,
too.
got him the meat, put it in his
Yeah.
freezer, and I haven't heard if they cooked it yet, but him and his dad are pretty excited to cook it. So that was my
That's
youth.
cool.
It was awesome. It was like being a kid again after my first bird. My kids don't hunt, so getting to take my nephew out was pretty cool. Getting to see that through his eyes, like it kind of
Yeah.
not that I'm not excited for the season, but it kind of like got me extra hype just seeing the excitement
Little
and
jumpy.
seeing
Yeah.
Bridge
That's
get
cool.
like 16 or so flushes.
That's pretty
Like
cool.
okay, she's tuned up. Like she knows what's up now
That's
if she
pretty
didn't
cool.
already. So
Yeah.
kind of a long story, but it was fun. I wanted to kind of tell the whole thing and talk
Yeah.
about how you thought well, we didn't go out the next day. I had some other stuff going on, but it was an awesome Saturday. One I will not forget probably ever. I'm sure he won't either being his first bird.
Oh yeah. No, that'll stay with him forever.
And my other nephew got one too, so
Even better.
he's he got one too. We met back at the truck and went and got some celebratory hot box at the gas station. Got some fried chicken and some corn dogs and some Mountain Dews. So all was good
There you
with the
go.
world.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. He's wanting to go out again this season for pretty much whatever. So I'm sure I'll be taking him out again sometime and
Oh, cool. That'll be
maybe give
fun.
him another bird.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Anyhow,
Yeah. So
you don't
what?
have any kids youth hunting right now, do you? Because your oldest is too old, and
Yeah, my oldest is too old and doesn't really want to hunt. Like he kind of hunts, but he's got a girlfriend and a
yeah,
bunch
I'll
of other
do it.
stuff. And then my other kids, I have one that could go if she really wanted to, but she doesn't. My youngest, who is 8, um,
I could see your
I
youngest getting after it.
yeah, my youngest kind of wants to go. I took him last year. I took her last year too. Now that I think about it, I took both of them. My two youngest last year, and I took my youngest just by herself last year too. I think we ended up flushing a quail, and she thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
She's still a little too young to be messing around with a gun, at least carrying one.
Yeah.
Right now. But we might get after it, and she'll probably tag along with me a couple times if she really wants to go, and then um, we'll get her. She shot all my kids shoot, so she shot some 22s and stuff like that,
Very cool.
and all that stuff. So we'll probably, and I got a shotgun for her when she's ready. Um, it's a pump gun, so. Um, but I got one ready for her. So if she wants to go when she starts getting a little older, she'll absolutely come. And my kids know that if they ask, I'll take them. So it's not a huge um, deal, but they just typically don't ask. So,
Right. Right.
but
Well, it's a bit of for a kid. I mean, it's waking up early and then, all this stuff. They go to school and
yeah,
it's kind of a bit of an ask to get out there, but I think once you get them out, they probably usually have a good time.
yeah, my oldest does. He's just more into like he likes rifle like more rifle stuff, so he likes to hunt coyotes and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we'll probably go coyote hunting and stuff like that. But he's not really a
Yeah.
big bird hunter right now. So, but no, we'll get after it probably. I'll take my littlest one when she's ready to go, or she wants to hang out and just walk a couple fence rows with me or something like that. I'll take her.
Yeah, and now you especially for the younger ones, and especially I think you youngest, just knowing her, but like having Bones, like it's another level of excitement to be like, want to go watch Bones do something cool.
Yeah,
That's like another level than just going with dad.
yeah. No,
I
it's
remember as
pretty
a kid, it
cool.
was cool going with my dad, but like bringing the dogs, like this is awesome.
Yeah, she does enjoy it. She's a big animal. She's a big animal person, so she loves animals and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be pretty cool. She'll come with me this year, like I said, and she'll tramp the weeds and stuff like that and get
that's
after it with
awesome.
me. So,
That's awesome. Well,
but
cool.
yeah.
I did want to put something out there, Jared. I
Uh-huh.
think we talked about this, or maybe texted about it briefly,
Uh-huh.
but so we had a Pheasants Forever chapter pint night a little bit ago.
Uh-huh.
We had a good turnout. I just figured out how to send like mass emails to the chapter, not just like the
Nice.
people whose emails I have,
Right.
which works great because then everyone gets to hear about it, and if they can come, they come. And we had a great turnout. One of our local breweries had a good meeting, a lot of good input, and then met a lot of new folks who were excited to be kind of taking part of it, which was really cool, and got to talk
Yeah.
about dogs and all the stuff. So it was really fun. Anyhow, we're having another one. For anyone's in the greater Tri-Cities, Washington area, on the evening of our pheasant opener, which is October 18th, we're
Uh-huh.
going to have another, just not a meeting, but just a pint night where everyone can kind of come and talk, swap stories, show videos and pictures, and bring your tired bird dog because it's dog friendly and all that stuff. So just a shameless plug for that. But Jared, I toyed with the idea, and you could tell me no, but I thought we could talk about it in the podcast, and maybe our listeners could tell us if they're interested of doing maybe a live short podcast there. If it's
Oh, okay.
if you can make it, and then if the setting makes sense, if it's crazy busy there and loud and everything, I mean, you could be
Yeah.
outside, but it may not make sense. But I thought maybe we could pull in some of the members and they could tell us how their opener went and that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So throw it out there. If folks are interested, like let us know. If it sounds stupid, let us know.
Yeah.
Not even sure we can do it, even if you all think it's great. But just
Yeah, I
kind of
guess
wanted to
it's
throw it out there under the ether.
yeah. Depend. Yeah. No, I should well, I mean, I think we're hunting together opening day, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Yeah. So I'm sure we can. I got that entire weekend off. So I was
Sweet.
supposed to work that entire weekend and I took it off. So
It's a good one
uh,
to take off.
it is. So the funny thing is and I don't I when I was younger I didn't really like it, but now as I'm older I kind of do like it. The opener of pheasant is also the opener of modern rifle deer. And so
Yes.
it makes people choose what they want to hunt.
Yes.
So, when I was a kid, I didn't really like it very much because I also hunted deer at the time. But now that I don't hunt deer anymore, I was like, that's totally fine. I totally get it. Makes perfect sense. Uh, so, but yeah, it's gonna be the opener of deer, so I got the entire weekend off. So it'll be a good time.
Yeah, it's a good day to wear a lot of orange.
Yes, also true.
Put an orange vest on your dog as well.
He runs an orange vest all year long.
Mine too. Mine too.
Yeah.
No, it's good. There's places around here where, um, I know last year we ran into some places where people were definitely deer hunting and we were pheasant hunting, and there's other people pheasant hunting as well.
Yes.
But there's definitely places that are also like shotgun only. So,
Yes.
and every once in a while, those places you run into deer hunters out there with
The
slugs.
shotguns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I still find it funny, even though a lot like there are deer out that play that second place we went to last year.
Yeah.
That is also a Pheasants Forever area. Like,
Right.
so I feel like pheasant hunters should get first go at that place. That's just my
I'll just
opinion.
agree with that. That sounds
Yeah,
perfect.
that's just my opinion. But
Yeah.
either way, um, no, that does sound like a cool idea. We can definitely do that, or at least try it out, see what other people think, and then
Yeah.
but let's talk about the other cool thing, like the cool stuff that's happening. Like, what about what's coming up in the next couple of days for you, Matt?
The next couple of days, well,
Yeah,
I did a thing. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, the 10-day waiting period you have to go through now in
Yeah.
Washington State.
I finally bit the proverbial bullet and bought a new shotgun. Well, fine, I bought one like 2 years ago, but
Yeah.
got a new shotgun. A shotgun I've always kind of pined after and wanted a Satori,
Uh-huh.
20 gauge, and I got just the Hunter, but like that and the CXS were like the two that I've always kind of wanted. I kind of
Yeah.
like the working man's gun, like the plain gun, but I love over-unders. So that's kind of where those two things meet, I think, in those Satori models. So
Oh yeah.
I ordered one. I think it should be showing up maybe tomorrow or of the weekend or Monday, like
Okay.
somewhere in that range, it seems like. And then once I do all the paperwork, it's like in Washington, it's a 10-day waiting period after that. But so it
10
should
business days. 10
what?
business days.
Is it 10 business days?
It's 10 business
No,
days.
I thought it was just 10 days. I don't
Nope,
buy enough
it's
guns to know
10
that.
business days
I was thinking I'd have it by the end of September, but in my hands. But I'm hoping I get it before Quail and Huns open.
on the 3rd, right?
Is that the third? I might not have it by then. That's fine because I love my CZ 20 gauge and I can still shoot that.
Right.
Um, and it's a little lighter. This is a touch heavier than that. Um, I was kind of happy with either the CXS or the Hunter, and it's the Hunter Grade 1. I really like and the CXS I'm looking at was the blued receiver. I really
Yeah.
like a blued receiver a lot, and
Yeah.
so I was looking at both of those, and I was kind of getting really happy with either one. Like both kind of like they're both a Satori, right? Which is a Satori. It's the same action. Like
Yeah.
mechanically, they're pretty much the same outside of some differences. But but I liked the glossiness of the CXS, but I also liked kind of the the non-dressy uppiness of the Hunter. And
Yeah.
the Hunter's a little lighter, which is good. It's a little over 6.5 pounds, like 6 3/4 pounds or so. And
Oh,
then the
perfect.
CXS is right at 7 in the 20 gauge.
Yeah.
So I got the lighter one, which is a
Yeah.
touch like heavier than my CZ.
No, 6 3/4 is a good weight though for a
Yeah,
28.
I think it's good because like last year when my CZ 20 gauge went back for some warranty work, um, I was shooting my 12 the same gun in 12 gauge that I have, and it's heavier. It's like what 7.5 pounds,
Yeah.
maybe a little heavier than that, and I had made some nice long shots with that, and I was like because I think I had the weight, so a little extra
Yeah.
weight in that 20 gauge is good. More of my shots I think are more snap quick shots, you know.
Sure.
Um, so it makes sense to kind of go lighter. And we're walking long distances out here. Can be.
True.
So that lighter gun is nicer. But yeah, no, I'm very, very, very excited. Like every morning since I ordered it, I like wake up and I forget that I've ordered it and I remember that I ordered it and I'm like, it wasn't a dream. I did it.
That's pretty cool.
Um, Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm really, really excited.
yeah.
So, um,
New
yeah,
gun day is a great day.
heck yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially one I've been thinking about since like when I got my first over-under. Like my dad gave me his over-under when I was 14. I love that gun, still have that gun, still shoot that gun. But like in my brain, like the ultimate over-under for me to buy would be a Satori, and so I'm glad I got one.
yeah. No, that's definitely cool. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, I told my dad, and he's like, "You probably listen to this too." But he's like, "Well, when you get it, bring it over."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, I will
Yeah.
be."
Have to.
Yeah, so I'll definitely, should I say definitely? I should have it by pheasant opener, so that's big.
Oh yeah.
Maybe by quail, and I guess hunt and chuck are all open the same day.
Yeah.
So we will see. If not, worst case, I got the CZ, no
Yeah.
issues.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to put new chokes in the Browning, like some extended chokes.
Oh
Kind
yeah.
of
I
been,
like I like extended chokes. I like
yeah.
extended chokes, but I shoot a heathen pump gun too. So like
I never said it was a heathen.
I'm just saying I like extended chokes. All my guns have extended chokes on them just because I like extended chokes.
Yeah,
Um, but that's me personally. So
right. Well, yeah, I was just thinking, I mean, I've been doing some research, and chokes in there are gonna be fine for what I do. I'm sure it'll be fine, but just protecting the like one benefit is it protects the end of your barrel too if you drop it or something. So you're thinking like if
true.
I drop it and dent the end of the barrel, which I have done once before,
Yeah.
on a gun, and so it's in the back of my head like that would help protect the end of it because
Yeah.
buying a new choke's better than buying a new gun.
True. I like it. The one reason I like it is because it like at least on mine, like they're engraved on what it is.
Yes, you can
Like, and
see
so
what you
that's kind of
got.
nice. And then it's easier to take out and stuff like that when you switch it. So it's not, you know, not that I don't have like 75 different choke tube wrenches because I do, but um yeah, it's just it's nice.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd probably go for fixed chokes if because I never change them out. Like I'm always just improved cylinder modified.
True. Yeah.
I'm not, and maybe
Yeah.
that'll change. Maybe that'll change. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
evolve into someone who like actually thinks about where I'm going and what I'm shooting and what that should
Yeah.
look like and pattern my gun and all that. I could see that happening. But as of right now, like I'm always like, it's fine.
Yeah. It depends. I like to tinker, so all my stuff's got messed with and stuff like that.
Oh
And
yeah. Yeah.
but I get also having fixed chokes guns because I do have a couple fixed chokes done. It is kind of nice just to just grab it and go and not really have to think about it. So
That's pretty much what I work. Like at the end of every season, I'm like, I need to like exercise the chokes and unscrew them and grease them and put them back in just so I don't let them get seized up, which I did let happen once to a gun because I wasn't doing that because I just didn't think about it. I was much younger. But yeah, I'm constantly doing that when I'm cleaning them, and so I don't need that. Um,
yeah,
but the thing with that is you pull them out and you can't get them back in because there's like carbon buildup and stuff, and it's just like, oh, now I have a choke that's stuck. Great.
yeah, that just
Um,
means you need to clean your guns more.
Yeah, I'm seeing this happen when I was much younger. I'm much
Oh,
better about
gotcha.
cleaning guns now. Yeah.
Yes,
I've also
that's
been
fair.
looking at, I'm not sure if you've been looking at, I'm sure you've been looking at gear, but I've been looking at boots. And I can't tell. This is always my internal monologue of like, am I interested in this pair of boots because I think they're really good, or because every other influencer and podcast and YouTube channel is talking about them?
Are they Krispies?
Yeah, the crispy upland or upland ones. Like,
Yes, because I think everybody's talking because I've looked at podcasts in the last like
yeah,
couple of weeks and it's like that crispy guy and he's probably a
yeah,
fantastic dude. Um,
probably.
that dude's on a bunch of podcasts like one
Right.
like in all upland ones and I'm like, well, they're okay, cool. I mean, like they're probably really good boots. Like I've never messed with Crispies, but like good boots are good boots. So like, and I
True.
totally get I'm totally on board with buying good boots. I got Merrells and Solomons and I've had other ones and stuff like that. So I totally get buying new like good boots. Um, I have looked at crispy boots, but I just got a new pair of boots last year. So
That's right. That's right.
like and I still got a bunch of Solomons and stuff like that. So I'm good on boots right now. So and the way I hunt, like it takes me at least I probably get a good 2 seasons, 2, 3 seasons out of a pair of boots. So
Yeah, I'm 3 seasons in them. This will be the third season with the pair I have.
yeah,
And last year I was already angry at them, and I hiked in them around, on youth hunt. I put them on, and on Dove Opener I literally wore shorts and like some little hiking like Merrell boots, like just over the ankle.
yeah,
But no, like and my feet were hurting and my toes were hurting, and I was just talking to my dad about that too, and he was saying the same thing. They're Irish setters, and he goes, I have a pair of Irish setters. They're different pairs, like different models, but he's like, my feet are hurting. And he can't decide if it's the boots or if it's the insoles. He had some different insoles in to try something out. He's like, or maybe the insoles are bad.
yeah.
And
Are they
I
the all
went.
leather ones?
What was that?
Are they all leather?
Mine or not? No,
Oh, okay.
no. Um, But I have a pair of all leather work boots that I'm gonna probably wear because
Gotcha.
I used to wear them all the time and they were fine.
Yeah,
Like I never thought about my boots because I mean there's probably much better boots than these ones, but like they're so broken in
yeah,
that and because I used to wear them to work all the time that they're like they just fit my feet and
yeah.
they'll be fine. So it'll get me through some and they're waterproof. But I went and tried on some Crispies at our local store here and they didn't have the uplands, but I think they had a bunch. They had a bunch of them. But I tried on the Idahos and think I liked the best.
Uh-huh.
And they were really comfortable and they fit me really well. And I'm like, I kind of get it with these, like the way they fit my
Yeah.
foot. Like at least for me, they're feeling good. So like I get this. But then I tried on some other ones. I forgot all the different brands they had there. But I was trying different brands. I'm like, okay, these all these ones in that price range, I really can't complain about any of these. Kind of what you
What
were
was the
saying. Like
price?
a
Well,
good boot's a good boot.
yeah, what price range are you looking at?
It was like 3 to 400, like in the 300s.
Yeah. Yeah, once you start getting into boots that cost that amount of money,
Yeah,
um, it's hard. I think I mean you can probably still find some bad boots, but it's once
sure.
you start getting past, I think once you start getting into 200 and higher
Right.
range, like you get, I mean, especially depending on what you're doing, like you have to have like, actual clear expectations and,
Yeah.
reasonableness on what you do and stuff like that. But like once you start getting into those prices of boots, are typically, as long as they fit you and stuff like that, and they got the stuff that you want, it can be hard to find bad boots. I mean, you can still do it, but as long as you're not buying like the $15 Walmart stuff, you should be all right.
Yeah, I think at that point it's like you just got to find the ones that work for your foot.
Yeah, and they got the features and stuff that you
The
want.
features,
So
right,
it's like,
right. Like, do
so
you want insulation? Do you want how much
yeah,
water? All the stuff, all the different features you can get. But yeah, no, there was definitely some good options. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get new ones this year. I think I have enough kind of different pairs to get me like let me through this year. I might do that since I
yeah,
just got a new shotgun. I might probably wait till next season, but we'll see. It might force my hand depending on how much I can do this year, and I want to do a lot. But
yeah.
yeah, we'll split it by year and see. But I've been looking at that. Have you been looking at other kind of gear out there at all? Anything kind of maybe if you're not going to buy it, just kind of going down the rabbit hole of anything out there that's piqued your interest?
No, not honestly, not really. Because I got the final raise vest last year. Um, that was kind of my big. I wanted to get a really nice vest. I got that.
Yep.
Got good boots. Um,
Anything for
I'm
Bones?
not. What's
I'm just
that?
anything for Bones you're looking at, or is he
Yeah.
set up? Is he sitting pretty good?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at. So I have a like. I kind of this summer. I kind of started introducing like an e-collar, not like as
Oh,
like a more of a because I wanted the beep. Um, and the like the as another way to call them back to me, so I'm not whistling and doing all that other stuff. So
yep.
I integrated a like the beep into bringing him back, and it's also nice when he
Like just the
does.
tone.
Yeah, and it has
Yeah,
this. So the one I got, it's not like, I mean, I think it was like $40 on Amazon, and
sure.
we bought it for my other dog actually. And it's got beep tone or beep buzzer, and it's got like shock. Um,
Yeah.
and so I'd worked on him this year for just the beep to come back to me. And then if he started getting too far, I'd hit the vibrate. That's what it has, vibrate.
Right.
I'd hit the
Right.
vibrate and be like, hey, too far. Um, just to try to like shore him in a little bit and stuff like that. And it seems to work. It's not the greatest because the remote auto shuts off after a little bit.
Oh, so
So
you
you
have
have
to
to
like
flip it back on. Yeah, so you have to
Yeah.
flip it back on. So I looked at a couple other ones. I thought about getting a GPS one, which would be nice, but then I also like Bones is 40 yards from me all the time. Um, and
Yeah.
so it's not, I'm like, I don't know if I really need to go that far into it. And I've looked at a couple, some other ones that honestly, I just need something that can actually go up. I mean, if it can go 500 yards, just on the off chance he gets, chases after something or something like that, I just want to be able to hit it so he comes back. More of a
Yeah.
safety thing too. There's a couple places where we hunt. There's a really nice place I like to go, but to get there, you basically have to walk legally. You have to walk along kind of a highway for a minute and then
Hmm.
turn in, and then you hunt away from the road and stuff like that. It's a great spot, but you're literally right along a highway for about
Yeah.
30 yards. And so like that place is kind of I haven't hunted that with him just because I'm like I don't really want to mess with that. So I looked at a couple some e-collars and stuff like that. Just some pretty basic ones because I don't really need a whole bunch. Looked at that. And then I looked at a couple shotguns. I did pick up I didn't buy it, but I felt a Beretta. I think I sent it to you actually. A
I think you
six
did.
was I think it was a 692.
Yeah.
Um,
I think you sent me that
yeah, it
or
was
told me
a it
about
was
it.
a yeah, because it was a special edition. It was like the Onyx, I think, Hunter or
Yes.
something like that. I think it was a 692. Anyways, 12 gauge, 28-inch barrels. Uh, and then they happen to also have a Beretta, or not a Beretta, I'm sorry, a Browning. Um, and I like the Browning. The Browning was nice, but I really like the Beretta. Just felt to me, felt really nice. Um,
Yeah.
and I really had a hard time putting it back on the shelf. But it was also I think like $2,000. Um,
So it's a little easier to put
so
on the shelf.
yeah, so I mean, it sucked, but at the same time, it was like I really like the shotgun, but at the same time, I'm like, that's a little much right now for me. So,
Yeah.
but I did. So I mean, I look at shotguns usually every year, and then I just go back to my 870 and my 1148. Um,
Yep.
I think this year, I do have my grandpa's Model 31 Remington, also a pump gun. Um, in a 12 gauge. So that'll probably come out with me this year. Since I think I got 2.5 boxes of bismuth left.
Hmm.
Um, so that'll probably do some special edition hunts and stuff like that with me. But yeah, other than that, not really anything really crazy on gear wise.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've over the years slowly started accumulating like really nice stuff. Or good stuff like nice boots, good vests, all that kind of stuff. So
You got your vest kind of towards the end of last season, right?
I got it. Like I think it was a Christmas gift, but it was like I think it showed up because it was back ordered. I think it
Yeah.
showed up like I think I got it was like January, I think is when I actually got it.
So this is
Like
yeah. So yeah. I think you wore it like I remember you wore it like once or maybe twice or something. Like
yes,
you
I
got
think I
but
wore it
really
once
late
and then
season.
yeah, this year or this time I actually wore it for the dove hunt. It was pretty nice because I had I think 60, hold on, 32, 60. I had 100, I had like a gallon of water. I think I had four 32-ounce things of water with me.
Yep.
Um, it was nice because I got the whatever the top end one is, the XT.
Yeah. That's what it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, I got the XT one, so it's whatever the super hardcore one, I guess.
Yep.
Um, with the one I got so I could go hunt doves for a couple hours. But um, should last me a while, which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
So
no, I feel the same way with my final rise. Like I had the Legacy, which is it used to be the lowest one, but they have some other configurations, different stuff now. But I was carrying four 32-ounce things of water a youth hunt, and it is that style of vest. Like it's the Final Rise isn't the only one doing it, but like putting it really does put the weight on your hips. Like your
yeah,
shoulders, the shoulder straps are like you could still they're not so tight. Like when I would wear like an old school kind of just like classic vest, like the shoulders would be so tight when it's weighted down that you couldn't even like lift them off your shoulders and your back and shoulders and neck are sore the
oh
rest
yeah,
of the day. But and this one it's really not. Like it's pretty crazy how I can
yeah,
carry that much water, um, and
yeah.
it's not a problem. And I could even throw. I didn't think of this. I thought I should have thrown just a couple water bottles in my in my game pouch because I wasn't gonna be carrying any birds. So I wasn't even hunting on youth hunt, but I could
Yeah.
have gone a little further. But no, yeah, no, for sure. Those I really, really like my final eyes and I expect to have it for a very long time. They did the was May or June, whenever like the habitat month was or whatever. I don't know.
Hmm.
They did the thing. I'm sure you saw it where they would like if you bought a vest, they would embroider it with like a habitat organization or nonprofit of your choice. They had
Yeah.
a list of them. One of them was PF, and I'm like, well, I don't need to buy another vest. Like this is the one I really can have for a very long time. I don't.
Yeah.
And like, I really, that would be really cool. Like, I wish that was around when I got mine. So I emailed them and like, hey, if I pay you or I donate and pay you like to the cause to have you embroider that on my vest. And they're like, well, how old is it? I told them like, if it's not like fairly new, like we would actually take care of you, but if it wasn't fairly new, like it's just not gonna work. Like it's just gonna be dirty
Yeah.
and it's gonna break the machine. I'm like, oh yeah, no problem.
No, it
But
makes sense.
yeah, but it's one of those things where I'm like when a company makes products that are like that good where you really only need one, and I guess maybe you don't need one. Maybe you need people want multiple. I'm sure people have more than one, but like your average person, if they buy one, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
That's kind of your vest for life. I'm glad they have lots of accessories and other stuff because like
Yeah.
I don't need to buy another vest from them ever, hopefully, because they did make such a good product.
I've thought about getting like because I have the blank mine is the blaze orange and tan, I think.
Yeah,
Um, I've thought about getting because they have a bunch of cool color combos now. Um,
they do. They have the cool camo, like the old school
yeah,
camo look now.
the
Oh, it's so
M81.
cool.
Yes, the M81.
Yeah,
That one, and I was like, man, there's like that would be a cool dove vest because like you're not
yeah,
orange. Forest grouse, you don't have to wear orange for forest grouse.
yep.
So that would be cool. I know a couple other states you don't have to wear orange. Like I still wear orange anyways, but like I could see getting like one of the other ones in a different colorway.
I could see
Um,
that.
just because that would be super cool. Um, but I also say like that'll be down the road after I get like a bunch of other stuff. But like
Right, right. Yeah, like they have the smaller vest that's like more of just the hip belt with like shoulder straps. Like it's not doesn't have the game
yeah,
pouch. I thought that would be a great dove situation, but
yeah,
it's kind of a lot of money to shell out just for like the one day a year I go dove hunting when I don't even bring a vest right now. Like I just put them in a bag. Like I bring a
yeah,
garbage bag
yeah.
because
It,
I'm
it,
sitting in one
it's
spot. But if
yeah.
I ever wanted to buy another one, that would be a good reason to.
Yeah, I think yeah. I mean, I don't know. It'd be nice to have like a different colorway one, just because it'd be kind of cool. But
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah,
yeah,
they've had some new ones that I've seen. Like I get the email and it's a new color, and I'm
mm.
looking at it like, dang, that is really cool. I have like the
Oh
original
yeah,
like green kind of color and the orange,
yeah,
which I like a lot. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you
but
on the
yeah. I kind of
colorways.
get it. They got some cool color ones. I'm like, it's kind of cool. I mean, they come out. They have some new stuff too, which is kind of nice. And they've came out with some new vests and stuff. So
Yeah,
um,
no, they have, and they have a lot of accessories. You can always like change everything out too in your vest and kind of,
yeah,
especially yours. You can do more in yours than mine, but
I think I'm only missing one accessory.
nice, good work.
So I don't think I have the bag. I don't have the bag on the back. I think I have the two side pouches.
That's the only
Uh,
accessory I do have is the bag on the back.
Yeah, I have mine has the another has Molly straps on it, so you could actually put another bag behind it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I have the one that
Oh,
goes on the Molly straps
oh, do
behind the
you?
game bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
got
little
the two.
orange bag, like
Yep.
maybe 9 inches long.
Yeah, I got the two side pouches. I was gonna get the holster, but
Hmm.
I went a different route with that. So, um, but yeah, no, nothing. I mean, nothing real gear wise. I don't know if you saw it. Boss has got a new non-toxic shell coming out.
The
Um,
copper or the steel reserve?
it's all copper.
All copper. Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too, but I haven't really dove too deep into it yet. I still got a bunch of bismuth, a bunch of steel. So, but it'd be something to kind of keep an eye out for.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't need any shotgun shells this year. Like I have plenty. I was going through them. Like I don't need to
yeah,
buy any. I think I ended up buying a couple boxes. I saw a couple boxes of Fast Steel and 20, which I don't all like. I see it enough to where it's not like I need to hoard it when I see it, but
right.
I saw a little less this year, and it's I buy fours.
Yeah.
And I saw some like, oh, I'll just buy a couple boxes and throw it away, but I could throw it in my storage. But
Yeah.
yeah, like
Not a
I'm
bad
curious. I
idea.
won't look at this copper stuff. I probably won't buy any this year, but I'm genuinely curious about what they're doing with that.
Yeah, it seems like it seems kind of interesting. I'll, you know, but yeah, I might try to, I might pick up a box later or something like that. I don't know. I probably will end up buying a box of it, but just for
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, no, nothing really crazy going on here. Just excited to actually get the actual season going, and then, yeah,
Yeah, we're just a couple weeks away from chasing quail and the two types of partridges we have. So
yeah,
I'm pretty pumped about that. I
yeah.
think I'm already planning a hunt with my brother that day. So I think we're gonna try to get out. I think you're working that opener, right?
On the third,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not. Oh, maybe you can get out
So
too then.
I have a wedding I have to go to, unfortunately,
Oh,
but
well.
the wedding's not till 5, so
Well,
I could push it.
if you want to tag along, I think we're gonna go out that
Yes.
morning to the spot where we like to go for
Yep.
that and see
I know what
what
you're
just
talking about.
see what's up.
Yes, I will
Um,
absolutely go with you on that. And then
cool.
yeah. But yeah, we'll
Cool,
get
cool.
like I said, I'm gonna try to get after some grouse, I think. Um yeah, and then then you start rolling into the season and start getting after it.
That we're just gonna be getting after it every weekend. Yeah, or when your days off.
Yeah.
Cool. I had one more thing I want. Do you have anything else? I had one more thing I want to touch on at the end here.
Nope. Go for it.
Yeah, so as a lot of you probably know, I do the bird dog portraits through the Bird Dog Portraits Facebook page. You can just type in bird dog portraits into Facebook and you'll find the page. Um, I've always done these for free. And I just take requests. So people message me a bunch of pictures of their dogs, and then I'll hand create a digital portrait on my iPad, my Apple Pencil, and I'll draw it out and make a portrait for them. Um, I don't take any money from it. I don't make any money from it. It's just a hobby. I like doing it for folks. Anyhow, what I've always done when someone like insists on paying, I always have them donate to like Pheasants Forever or GS or whatever in that realm they want to donate to.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to raise some money for my local Pheasants Forever chapter that we started about a year ago, and we're trying to get things going. And we have um, some folks that are working really hard to get projects going and do things, and I we need some more funds. And so I kind of changed it to say if you do want to donate, you don't have to. It's free. So if anyone does it, you don't feel like you have to. But if you do, like, here's a link. I set it up through the Pheasants Forever portal, like you can donate straight to our chapter through Pheasants Forever. And I thought, man, and some folks did donate, and those of you did, I really, really appreciate that. That does help us out. And
Right.
I thought, well, what if I'm running out of time. I do a lot of stuff. So now I'm on two boards of work, my regular job. I got, two teenagers, four dogs. What else do I do? I teach at two colleges on top of my day job. I'm busy, and so dog portraits I don't have a lot of time. But when I do sit down and to turn on the baseball game or something, I'll grab my iPad and work on one just when I relax at night usually. And they do take some time. Anyhow, so I don't have much time to do them, and my backlog of requests is getting huge, and I feel bad that I can't get to everyone as quick as they
Right.
want, or some people I won't get to at all. I have so many requests. So long story short, or long story long, um, I started an auction, and it's going on right now through September 30. Essentially, you can go and find that. I shared it a bunch of different sites on
Yeah.
Facebook, but you can go onto the original post I made on the Bird Dog Portraits Facebook page, and you can bid right now in the comments. I think you can see the kind of the rules I put in there, but it's like increments of $10. It started at 50. I think right now, last I checked, it's like at 90. But whatever the highest bid is, I will put. I'm not working on a Bird Dog portrait now. I finished one, I published it, and I haven't started a new one. So like perfect timing.
Uh-huh.
Whoever wins that, I will bump them to the front. I'll do their dog right up front. I'll work with them, get the photos I need, like reference photos, and I'll get that a portrait for them next. They'll be next in line
Thanks.
to get one. And with my kind of restricted time to get these done, um, it's probably even more valuable if you really wanted one. So if you're interested, the money goes to a good place. I'm not taking a dime off of it. It all goes back to our local chapter, and we have some awesome folks in our chapter,
Yeah.
really working to get that money and our efforts back straight into Habitat. Um, So if you're interested, go in there and bid, see if you could do it. I know I really appreciate Bob St. Pierre shared it on his page. I think a couple other folks kind of at his level of notoriety in the upland world are also going to share it too. So hopefully we get some more word out there. But that'll be really cool if they can do that. But if you want to bid, go ahead and bid. It goes to good cause, and you get a cool portrait out of it. And I
Yeah,
like do that. I give you not only the post on Facebook, I get you a high res portrait. If you want, I could put it in my shop where I have some stickers, but it's all zero profit for me for those photos. You can order stickers and mugs and all sorts of stuff they have on there for with a portrait of your dog on it. So throwing that out there if anyone is interested and has not heard about it yet.
yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, it's cool. Anyhow, I think that's all I got for today, Jared.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone, and hope you're chasing some birds already. If you're not, I hope we'll be chasing them soon. Thanks for listening to the Go Flush Yourself podcast. You can continue the conversation on our Discord server. The link is in the podcast description. You can also follow along with Matt and Jared on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to support the podcast, you can subscribe to the Go Flush Yourself on Patreon for the easy monthly cost of only $2. You can also check out our shop and pick up a Go Flush Yourself sticker, shirt, or other merchandise. All links are in the podcast description.